So yes, I'm reinventing myself again. You, I can't even. I don't even know how many times I've reinvented myself, and I've had to kind of do something new. I was explaining that reinventing yourself isn't necessarily, becoming a completely new you. It's obviously using your experience, your expertise, using your track record and what you're good at, and then reviewing the new trends, learning what or how people are taking advantage of these new times that we live. So you can then create a better version of yourself that is more adapted to the new times. As I say, those that adapt are the ones that survive. So I'm reinventing myself again. And why? Well, because, particularly Bernardo Moya had an intention of developing, expanding the best you around the US through the live events. And we were just about to start our second expo in LA, and then we had others scheduled in Dallas and so on. And obviously, that's all on standby now for a couple of years, I think. And so we've had to, as far as a brand is concerned, we've had to reinvent our brand more towards virtual events, obviously, trying to provide the same kind of service that we would provide on the live event, which is difficult. But we've also now moved towards television, understanding that, or my belief is that looking at the growth of the television platforms and looking at how Google, Apple TV, Amazon, and how these different platforms are growing their subscriptions, and also Netflix, which they reckon might reach 400 million, I believe that the live events as such now virtually are going to be a lot more challenging because people will want to watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it, i.e. on demand. So I've transitioned and moved the company towards virtual events, focusing on the best UTV, and then also making sure that we create and upload a lot of content for the best you online. So these are things that we all had scheduled, but obviously they've had to have more of a priority. We've also launched the store, the Best You store, which the intention is to provide all sorts of ideas, tips, and nutritional products, to the personal development world. So that's how the Best You has had to reinvent itself. Me personally, well, I've also had to focus more on doing more coaching and more mentoring online. My intention was to be running groups and run retreats, but right now the focus is more in helping and assisting people online. But I've had to change my mindset as well and adapt to this new situation that we have, where we used to bring in X amount of revenue, and now it's not as much. But we're also now exploring how that could change and grow exponentially in the coming years and months. So I find myself reinventing myself. I also find myself reinventing my brand. And I just wanted to, well, to recommend you to explore, to read, to really look at who's leading the way, who's thriving in these times, what types of companies. And as they're quite rightly pointing out, any company or any service that is online at the moment or was online previously is thriving. So my suggestion to you is to take advantage of this time that we have and this opportunity that we have, because I believe that if anything, it's going to be phenomenal once we manage to get through this process of understanding the advantages of what is happening with new technology and people being able to work from home and people being able to create courses and speak from home. There's just going to be a phenomenal opportunity. And I don't believe everyone and anyone is going to be willing to just travel on the plane just to go and do a 2-hour presentation to come back and network. I don't believe that's going to happen as it used to. I think people are just going to start questioning again. Do I want to spend the money? Do I want to pollute? Do I want to, spend all those hours on a plane? So a lot of what's happening here is here to stay. You need to position yourself as a leader in the industry in whatever it is that you do, and you need to adapt quickly. Again, if you are struggling, if you're finding it difficult to identify what that may be, then you need to find yourself a coach. You need to find yourself a mentor and exchange services. Sometimes it might be that you might be able to provide a service to someone, and exchange might be able to provide you a service that they need. So that's my advice to you, is for you to appreciate, embrace this opportunity that you have to reinvent yourself, because I believe it's going to at the end of this, I think it's just going to be a much better world and a very exciting one too. Thank you so much.